Can you even hear me? What's going on? Hello, everyone. 15 Minutes to Mastery, episode number 399, live from Tyler, Texas. Hey, listen, today we're talking about the basic fundamentals. Today we're talking about mastering the basic fundamentals. And I've got a quote from the great philosophizer, Baloo in the Jungle Book said, "Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities." Now, why would we need to search for the bare necessities? Well, of course, according to Baloo, getting the bare necessities means you had what you needed in order to accomplish the goal, which back then, living out in the jungle was just surviving, was living, was not getting taken up by the snake, not dying somewhere. You know, that was a win, right? You're getting through the day without being killed by some animal, some predator that's trying to take you down. In those days was a win. And you just needed to look for the bare necessities. So when it comes to manufactured home sales, all right, well, it's the same thing. And really, when it comes to any sort of sales, it's the same thing. It's about those bare necessities or the basic fundamentals. You know, there was he's still around, right? But he doesn't play professionally anymore. But anyways, there was a power forward for the San Antonio Spurs named Tim Duncan. And I've spoken about Tim before, and I've spoken about Tim in many, many occasions. But Tim was referred to as the big fundamental, right? Tim Duncan, Hall of Famer, probably the best power forward in the game. Um, and they called him the big fundamental is what he was referred to. His game was not flashy. His game was not sexy and exciting. It wasn't Kobe, taking off and doing these dunks and just being, this guy was mellow. This guy mastered the bank shot off the glass, turnaround jumper, 15-foot jump shots. Just footwork was amazing. And so he had the basic fundamentals down of the game, especially of the position. And nowadays, most sales consultants and community managers, you make things harder on yourself because you're not mastering the basic fundamentals. You're not mastering the daily non-negotiables. We've spoken about the non-negotiables in the past, and I'm bringing it back up because it's something that needs to get addressed. It's something that definitely needs to be spoken about. And it makes your life so much easier. Just like for Baloo in the Jungle Book and being able to survive and live to see the next day, the basic fundamentals here in manufactured home sales are going to help you accomplish what you're after. A lot of times we get confused and we think that, selling the home is the ultimate goal. And getting the fundings is what pays the bills, right? Funding homes is what keeps the store open. But you're not going to get there if you're not taking care of the basic fundamentals. You'll sell homes to sell homes. There's places and people that sell homes and they get it done, but they don't do what they could. They struggle. There's ups and downs in them. It's not consistent because they're not sticking to the basic fundamentals. If you just mastered the basic fundamentals of being a professional housing consultant or being a community manager, you would definitely make life more easier for you. More easier. You'd make life easier for you, and you'd make your career a whole lot better. All right. So it's that daily progress that leads to the huge wins, the huge gains in the future. Okay. I've been interviewing folks here over the last couple of days, and when I talk to them, I tell them all the same thing. I said, look, when you come in, if we agree that you're the person for the opportunity, here's what you need to understand. You're going to go through your training, and then when you do get on the sales floor, you simply have to take care of your basic fundamentals. You need to take care of your high value activities. what gets you your return. You got to do that day in and day out, because as you do it each and every day within the next few weeks, you're going to see the benefits of it. You're going to see the people that are coming in. You're going to see yourself taking on new business. But it starts with putting in the work up front and paying attention to these basic fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive in this business. But some of us don't understand. Well, what are those basic fundamentals, Caesar? What are you talking about, man? Well, just tell me what it is, right? Tell me what those are. You already know, but here's the thing: most of the housing consultants out there, here's what happens. You come in, you get started, you start your career, you do a few things, you spend a little bit of time, you went through maybe some sort of training, and then you think that's it. You've done, you stopped, and there's nothing else to continue to grow and learn. And so you start just going through the motions. You show up because you're expected to be there. You make some calls because, well, it's what you should do while you're here. You maybe post some ads here and there, and you maybe sit in front of a few folks throughout the week, and if it turns out to be, you're finding out what they're needing, and then you're showing them some houses, and hey, what do you think? And so that, my friends, leads to a very, very difficult career for you. So we're going to run down what these basic fundamentals are, okay? First and foremost, number one, first thing you've got to be focused on is your marketing. It has to be daily. You have to post your ads daily. If you're not posting ads daily, you're already skipping one of the basic fundamentals. Posting ads daily. And if you work for a company that doesn't allow you, maybe they have a bigger corporate company and they take care of there's still marketing that you can get done for yourself on your personal Facebook page for yourself, just putting things out there. I'm a strong believer that what you put out there comes back to you. So even if you're not allowed to market directly your own homes, and for whatever reason, there's some companies like that. I've got some of them as clients. You got to at least, you can go live on your Facebook page. Just be intentional in marketing. Marketing is not just posting ads if you can't post ads. It's also just putting out the presence and the information about what you do, where you do it, and how people can come and see you. Okay. So marketing. The second thing is obviously your prospecting and your follow-up, your calls. Those have to be daily and they have to be intentional. So what do I mean by intentional? Well, Caesar, I make calls every day. I understand you may make calls every day, but are you making those calls with the intention of the goal of of those calls? And the goal for those calls are 2 appointments a day. You should be intentionally making phone calls to get 2 appointments per day. Kind of like Baloo, hey, surviving. I get my food. I kind of got my water over here. I take care of myself. I'm just careful, vigilant, make sure no panther's going to come and take me down. It's the same thing in this. All right. You're making the phone calls with the intent of getting 2 appointments a day. You set 2 appointments per day. One may be for today, one may be for 2 weeks from now. It doesn't matter. Set 2 appointments a day, because eventually, by the time a few weeks go by, 2 weeks go by of this, by the time you get to that next day, you have 2 appointments each and every day because you've been doing that work the previous couple of weeks and it catches up. So 2 appointments a day. The third basic fundamental is this: learning. You have to learn. And I put this ahead of the next one. Normally it's been flipped, but now I'm turning this around. The third thing is learning. You have to dedicate time every day, 30 minutes of your day, to learn something about the industry. Learn something that will help you speak better. Learn something that will give you insight on your product. Learn something. There's always something to learn. Don't go read a romance novel. Don't go learning something that has no effect on what it is that you're trying to get accomplished. Learn something that's going to make you better to be able to help yourself and help the folks that come and see you daily. You may not even realize that you're learning something that's, but it is. Right now, my thing is I've been trying to master more of the AI stuff. That has nothing to do with me getting And well, you may think it has nothing to do with me getting new business, but it does. In the end, it does have something to do with that. So you too have to continue to learn daily. Daily. If you're not learning something new, you're messing up. All right. So that's one of the things right there. That's number 3. Number 4 is you have to push your existing pipeline. You've got to work your current deals. You've got to make sure they're moving forward, but that doesn't take as much time as you do. That's where a lot of housing consultants, community managers get tripped up, is they spend too much time on these files because you're not being intentional with them in the first place. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, there was a deal here, that brand new deal. The bank was requiring, 21st Mortgage was requiring, or at first, the conditions list said a zoning letter from the county. So I'm eating my lunch. Sales consultant comes in the area where I'm having my lunch, and he's talking to one of the other guys, and he's like, "Hey, well, they're requiring this, but the person at the county said that they couldn't get him the letter." I'm like, "Well, who called?" The customer called. "Well, why didn't you call?" "Well, the customer it's his land." And I said, "Look, give me the number." Called the person at the county, and that person at the county says, "Hey, well, we don't do that." Okay, well, who does? They gave me the number to that. Called that. Spoke to the lady there. Lady says, "Oh yeah, we'll get it typed up. We'll email. Where do you need me to email it to?" Intentionality. That took all of 3 minutes to get that done. But too many of you take so much time with these files, and you think it takes you're dragging it out. You are dragging it out. I've seen it. I see it all around. I've seen it when I was a general manager. I've seen it when I was doing it myself. I used to drag things out too, just to let you know I did it also. So that's why I'm telling you that's what happens. So if you just intentionally work these files, got them out of your way, you'd be out of the way. And the 5th thing you need to do is do it all over again the next day. Every day. Be intentional. Take care of your non-negotiables, your basic fundamentals, the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Go out and crush it today. Have a great Thursday. Come out and visit us. Manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com is where you can find us if you've got some questions that you may have about your career, maybe for your team. What it is, we're here to serve you. We're here to help you. We're here to help take your team, your life, your business, and your career to a whole new level here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. You guys have a great Thursday. I got to get into the sales meeting. We'll be talking soon. Hey, go on our website or go online, go our YouTube channel. Our podcast just came out yesterday evening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go watch it. It's on advocating for the future of manufactured home sales. You don't want to miss it. A lot of great information in there. Go check it out and subscribe, share it. You guys have an awesome Thursday. As always, I can't wait to meet you.